Hello there, you amazing people. Welcome to Rise Up to Positivity. I am Heather, your positive mindset coach, here to help you quiet that negative self-talk, build an unshakable positive mindset while creating a more confident and fulfilling life without all that stress and self-doubt holding you back. I bet you were wondering, why am I holding a chicken? And what does she have to do with positivity? Well, today I'm going to share that with you. So, a little backstory. I live on a farm, and it's a poultry farm, so we got lots of chickens. Lots of chickens. We got ducks and ducks and geese and guineas. We got assortment. I normally do not name birds just because we have a lot of that look alike, and sometimes it's very hard to tell who is who because we do have a pretty big flock. So Betty is new here, and we have been trying to introduce her to the new flock. And Betty's been kind of having a hard time doing this. But watching her trying to adapt to her environment and to her new flock, it got me to think a lot about positive thinking and getting out of their comfort zone. So when you introduce a new hen, or really any new bird, to a flock, you have to do it slowly. You can't just throw them in there. Well, you can, but it's not ideal. Betty hung back at first. She kind of sat there and observed from a distance, watching the other hens. And doing that, she tries to figure out where she fits in on the pecking order. And the other hens, they let her know where she is on the pecking order. That's natural. They pick on each other until they start to know each other. It's not mean. It just looks mean, but it's not mean. Again, it's nature. When Betty tries to fit in, she likes to follow the flock around. She learns their routines, but she also goes off on her own sometimes. She's been wandering off on her own quite a bit lately. She explores. She finds her own space when it gets overwhelming. And hens at this time of year can get very overwhelmed because it is mating season. So they do like to hide from those roosters for a break. This process takes time to introduce a new hen, or any bird. Because birds can be stubborn. They're stuck in their ways. And they don't always like change, just like us humans. Betty is making progress. She is getting better at it, walking around and exploring with her new flock. But she does tendency to stay back a little bit more than we would like. So to help her get familiar with her environment and where everything is, her coop, which she still does not go into, I hold her, I walk around with her. By me holding her shows her safety and comfort, and plus I'm trying to tame her so I can hold her more. Because most of my chickens I can't hold. So why am I telling you about Betty? Because this is exactly what it's like when I'm trying to shift my mindset. The flock is like my thoughts. Woo, Betty. Woo, Betty. Betty, 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 Betty. Betty, 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 Betty. All right, she's getting a little restless here. So, what I was saying, the flock is like my thoughts, my old patterns, my default ways of thinking. And when I am trying to introduce something new, like a positive mindset, those old thoughts just don't accept. They keep pushing back. They peck at it. And just like Betty, I have to keep showing up. Even when it is uncomfortable, even when old thoughts are louder and more familiar. And those old thoughts will be louder and more familiar until you build that bridge. I admit, I still sometimes follow old patterns because it's easier. And our mind likes to do things easier. But oftentimes, I explore new ways of thinking even when it feels scary. Just like her trying to fit in. And it takes time. Some days I feel like I'm making progress, and other days I fall right back. But I'm still here. I'm still trying, just like Betty here. Here's the thing. Getting out of your comfort zone sucks. Nobody wants to do it. But you have to. You have to meet new people. You have to enter in new situations. Shifting your mindset is uncomfortable. But you have to keep trying. You have to keep moving. Betty here, she don't give up because the flock pecks at her. She keeps showing up. She keeps following them. She keeps exploring. And slowly, she finds her way. And that's what we all have to do. Show up, even when it's hard. Protect yourself when you need to. And keep putting yourself out there. And eventually, the new way of thinking becomes familiar. It becomes home. It takes time and patience. Remember, growth takes patience. And showing up even when you don't feel like being there yet. Consistency. So yeah, that's Betty. That's what Betty has been teaching me. Growth is uncomfortable, change is slow, but keep going. Keep going. If you're working on getting out of your comfort zone or shifting your mindset, I see you. Betty here sees you. It's hard, but keep doing it. You will get there. You will see the results. You will see the benefits. Betty and I say thank you for watching, you amazing people. I'll see you next week. Maybe with Betty again, too.